taking on the Baltimore Ravens. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers. Into the end zone.
Here we go. Pittsburgh, 54. Watch the pass. 25. Check 25.
First carry for James Conner. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the draw, Conner. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
What you got, Heavy?
Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man. It's Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
At their own 20-yard line.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. Bravo.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 93 yards, and a score. Now Joe Mixon.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Crunch time, defense. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
From the 40 now on second down. Rodgers trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Coming to you.
On the draw, Connor. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Check it back.
Hey, Delta.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And that takes us from second to third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 40's mine.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On second down, here's Mixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mixon with a first down carry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Holding offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They start with a give to Connor. And an alley to run. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Given 42 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On 2nd down, it's Hill. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run forward with Connor. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They go play action here on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one? That
was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Rodgers going to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I tell you, I think by definition you won't get any closer to equaling the record. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. Oh, free safety blitz. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Rodgers now to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's Kelce on the ground. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
You can't block. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 6-6. Pull it high.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
26. Hey, Alpha.
Rodgers to throw once more. 20. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Rodgers now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Travis Kelce, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Come on, fellas.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. To throw again on second down. Jackson over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, we've seen that a time or two over the years from A.J. Green. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Bengals set to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Mixon will get it to start the second half. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They run again on first down. Anderson pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Nixon will try the right side, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson now off the bootleg. Steps away. He may try and run for this. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Rodgers now on first down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Rodgers now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers is going to fight. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the whip.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Henry Anderson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, the guys sag and they can't make the next one.
Here we go.
Now Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the run is Connor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Jackson, screen pass to Connor. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man. It's Brown. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And an alley to run. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 37.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 21. Jackson now, perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk it. And he's going to go down again. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former 1st-round pick, William Jackson. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And the Bengals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A 3-yard loss, 4th down now. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Here we go.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. In fact, if anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
57. Mike, 57. Ricky.
And Jackson throwing once more. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one in the win column now for the